Hello, welcome to another piece of this little series that I'm making, and in this section I'm going to actually work on making a custom class for the GUI that I'll be using. So what I'm going to start off with is import tkinter as tk and import custom tkinter as ctk. And this is going to yell at you because it's not. I have to install this package for every project, and I might just want to. See, I have. You can see I have a VS Code tab pulled up here. I might have to just pull it up and reference it every once in a while. Let's see. Let's just finish installing. So there we go. What I'm going to do is my plan is to instantiate a create a frame. Because just in case, I would rather create a frame than just GUI. Because I can just I can create like a custom GUI class and put the frame on the GUI class instead of just having one big GUI class for dice rolling. When I would like this would help with scalability in the future. So we'll do class dice roll frame, and I'm going to take this from. I'm using a combination of tkinter and custom tkinter because the custom tkinter looks nice. Okay, and I'm going to take this from just the normal TK frame. Init, and we'll do master equals none. I'll do this super underscore init import init master. Whoops. So I called this super as I don't want to completely override the original tkinter frame. I just want to create my own frame, and this will just takes the normal tkinter stuff and just I'm going to be adding on top of it basically. Let me see here. Okay, so I'll do self.master. Let's do self.font equals ctk.ctk font. What I'm going to do is I have to use the ctk font because in tkinter you can just use it and you can just create like a tuple of that has like the family, the font size, and like the options of like bold or italicized. But with custom tkinter you have to actually call ctk font, and I'm going to reference here because I'm going to use the same exact font because I like this font, Rockwell. And basically for following along with this and you're not on Windows, it might be a little bit different for you because tkinter and custom tkinter they use fonts baked into your operating system. So mine's Windows, and mine has like you can go find your font folder in your Windows file and on your C drive or wherever your Windows is installed, and you'll be able to see all your supported fonts. I just went through and like tested a bunch of them, and this is what I figured out I wanted. So now we have this here. So we'll do self.configure. So it's config, as this is just. So there's a difference. I guess some confusion here. That might cause some confusion. Is that with just DK, if you're trying to like modify. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. So let me remember how I did this here. It's been a second. I just need to check. My apologies. This is not the. Okay, so I don't actually need to worry about my geometry right now. I just need to create my widgets because. The geometry doesn't quite work with the frames. The geometry works with just the GUI, the TK class or the CTK class, and then I'll just have my frame fill and expand. So first off, let's do. This is just the house. Let's say this is housekeeping. Now I'm going to create my widgets here. Button widgets. Oh, before I forget, let me dice rolling class import dice roller. Do this before I forget. So, self dot roll d4 equals ctk button ctk button. And let's say I don't know if I want to do roll d4 or just d4 right now. Let's do roll d4. Let's do corner radius equals to, let's do 5 pixels right now. And so the corner radius is not something that you have. This is from an exclusive from the CTK class. Is that corner radius adds a radius to your corners and curves them. So like instead of your button just be like a rectangle, it'll make it like an oval or an ellipse. And it looks pretty good. Command equals to, let's see, self dot dice roller dot roll d4, and this might yell at me because it is returning a value, which that might end up being a problem here. We'll see. So for right now we're just gonna do that. You know, can we actually? I'm gonna create some functions real quick. Def d4 pass. This might be a little redundant, but it's just that my brain isn't really making sense of how I am doing it right now. So I'm just going to create some, I guess, like placeholder functions right now. So we'll just call the self-dice roller and these actual functions here. Then that will allow us to, okay, yeah, I see what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing now. Roll. Self.roll. Don't forget yourself. Self is very important. It can be extended out to life too. Don't forget yourself. Right. 1, d4, d6, d8, d10, d12, d20. 6, 8, 10, 12, 20. I don't want to put button. No, it's okay. I'll make the distinction later. 8, d10, 12, 20. So now, oh yeah, the master. Okay, so one very important thing is the master. In this case, it'll be self because the frame is the master of these buttons. And you don't want to. Yeah, sorry. I'm just getting myself caught up in thoughts. Now I'll do my. Let's do my entry widgets. Self dot enter modifier equals ctk dot ctk button. Self, or not button, sorry, ctk entry. Something else I forgot. Font equals to self dot font. I like making the cell or the font within the or making it like a class attribute because it's a little bit easier to call self dot font than to repeat your font every single time. Entry widgets. Let's do self. This will be entry modifier self dot dice. What else should we need? Lanes and labels. Self dot, let's say header. Let me change the self dot header font. CTK font. Family equals Broadwell. Size equals 28. CTK dot CTK label. Masters self. Let's do modifier label. Let's do mod label. Num dice. Okay, so now before I forget, now these entry widgets need string var or int var variables. They need to be able to have a variable to store the value that's in there currently, when it's grabbed. So we'll do self dot modifier equals to int or ctk dot int var self dot num dice equals ctk dot int var. I'm not sure. Well, let's see here. Then we'll do text. Well, actually, I think with here I have to do string var, and then we'll also have to hope that I can run eval on it later, because I don't think this will take the int var I don't think it'll like the int var very much. I'll try it and just see. Let's just see what happens. It's been a long time since I've really used an int var. It's always a string var. I always made an application to make a name or something. Insert int variable? No. Text variable equals to self dot modifier. Is that going to yell at me? It's not text? No. Good. It might yell at me later when I try to enter stuff into it. But if that happens, then we'll just come back and change it. Just to be safe. I'm just going to do it now, actually. I'm going to back out what I said. So we have this. Don't forget my font. Font equals self dot font. Font is very important. I like my fonts. I like it to look pretty. I don't like things looking ugly. Okay, I'm just going to put this in here so I don't forget. Oh, whoops. So let's see, text. I'll add my text here. Let's do dice roller. Text equals to modifier. Maybe I'll do. Oh, okay. So let's see. I don't know if there's a radio button or not. I'm actually going to I might consult. Let's see. Let's say. Because I need to figure out whether if there's advantage or not. Equals ctk dot ctk radio button self font equals to self dot font. Something about value. Yeah, value equals to true. we'll say advantage true and advantage false. Let's go, maybe there's a boolvar. Here, let's try this. Self dot advantage equals CTK dot boolean var. Yes, look at that. Var variable equals to the same label for advantage. Self font equals to self dot font. And now let's do disadvantage. Oh, I don't know why I did tab as if as if it would already knew exactly what I wanted. So we'll do radio buttons. Disadvantage true. I'm just going to end up copying this here. Just change my variable to self dot disadvantage. I'm going to put an equal sign there. It's very important. Disadvantage false. Okay. I think that that's a very bare bones. I don't think we need to do much more for the declaration of my class. Here. So I guess last thing I have to do is place. So okay, so what I want to do, I'm gonna have I might do this outside of not recording it, but I might do it just because why not? So we'll do T equals tk.tk, ctk.ctk, and then we'll do F equals dice roll frame. Master equals T, then we'll do T dot geometry. I don't remember how I had let me check my geometry here because I liked this geometry that I had. Geometry goes like 1072 by 603. Just do T dot main loop. Oh, whoops. Do that a lot. I'll run and test just to see. Alright, it's nice. It's nice and small, not too big for like a small application like this. I don't want it to cover the entire screen because it doesn't need to. It's not that big. Okay, so now we'll do format the file. Make sure to make anything ugly. No, good. Let's do F for frame.pack, and then remember it was fill equals ctk dot both, and then expand equals true. Let me just make that, and we'll do. Now we're going to, yeah, this is all in the init function because this is just all of the attributes of the class. It's not very pretty. It probably could be a little bit more pretty, but this is just the way I know how to do it right now. So let's do placing items. First, let's do header. Yeah, first let's place our labels, or because I'm just gonna place them like how like hierarchy, how I envision them doing. So the first one will be the self.header. Place x. I'm not sure what x value I want to do, so let's do y equals 2. I know y is going to be 0 because it's going to be at the very top. So I guess let me pull up the application again. Just to show you, I'm going to comment this out because I don't want it to place quite yet. So the way that this works in terms of placing, like this little point here, that's 0, 0, 1. So like the x increases as you go this way, and the y increases as you go down. It's kind of counterintuitive. Like if you think about a graph, like you'd think like maybe 0, 0 would start here, but that is not how it works with tkinter. It goes from top down, top right. So let me place this here. Say x equals to, let's just say 500 for right now. About half of our thing. It might not be placed correctly, but it'll work. Look at that dice roller. Did I change my header to header font? I did not. Let's try that. Look at that. Nice. Kind of not very centered. I'm going to move it a little bit. This is what this part of the tkinter ends up being lots of placing. And you can see that this is also our frame is like packed here. So I think I'm gonna call this. I might call this here, this video, and then place everything, and then get to my do another video on the functions. So I appreciate it. I appreciate if you're watching. You're watching. Cool. I'm doing this to document for myself.